Adulting. Oh, God. This sucks. Adulting's hard. You know? I wouldn't even ask if I wanted to be an adult. Just kind of happened, huh? Yeah, it happens to all of us. I mean, adulting might be hard, but for some people, budgeting's a lot harder. I don't know. I feel like being good at some things will make you better at adulting. And budgeting's one of those things. So, as a young adult, if you just started to live independently, it's easy to make financial decisions like charge that credit card, charge that credit card, charge that credit card, charge that credit card. I don't need savings. Forget that. Let's go party. Let's go on that vacation. And those might come back to haunt you in the long run. So, kind of want to have a little crash course in adulting, right? We can get a little information about various relevant topics for adulting, right? We want to talk about creating a budget, and building credit, and basically just getting your finances in shape, which is it's a good start as a young adult. It'll definitely set you up for a very good future. Now, the first thing we're gonna do, right? If we're just starting out making a budget, is you need to do everything you can to track your spending so that you can develop healthy money habits and learn how to successfully manage your finances. So, what are we going to do? We're going to stop using cash. Now, I know this isn't for everybody. Most people don't even have cash anymore, right? But if you do, just stop using it for, like 3 months. Just stop using your cash or like mobile payment apps. Stop using Venmo, Cash App, Zelle. No. We want to put all your purchases on a debit card, right? So you can record your spending by looking at your statements. Now, debit cards ensure you're only going to spend the money you have at that time. You know, you could technically use a no fee credit card if you wanted to, right? And it might offer better fraud protection. So, you could determine what's more important for you and start using that. But if you do use a credit card, make sure you pay your balance in full each month to avoid paying interest charges. Right? Then you're going to make a physical budget. Right? After you've figured out where you're spending, print out a budget worksheet. You can get one online for free. You can download it, print it out. You're good to go, right? There's plenty of them out there. And then list out all of your expenses like as recorded in your debit or credit card statement. This will give you a sense of exactly how much you're spending in each category. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a list of necessary and discretionary expenses. The biggest part of a budget is making sure you'll have money for the necessities. But it can help to leave yourself some wiggle room to treat yourself if you can afford it. I recommend it. Leave yourself a little wiggle room because you're going to want to splurge. Right? Just a little bit. I promise you're going to want to splurge. And if you don't have that wiggle room, you're just going to be like, forget the budget. And you're going to go way over. No. Leave yourself a little wiggle room. Necessary expenses, these things are going to include rent, utilities, transportation cost, your groceries. I mean, you got to eat, right? If you've got school fees, phone bills, any of your bills, these are all necessary, right? Discretionary expenses, these are things that you buy, but you don't really need. Like going out to eat, right? Ordering food, like, come on, what are you doing? Or buying new clothes. Do you really need all of those streaming services? You need all of them? Come on, you don't need all of them. Next thing you need to do is you need to have a savings plan for the unexpected. Now, I'm sure you saw how during the pandemic, just things can go crazy out of nowhere, right? Just poof, instantly, everything just, right? So think about necessary concerns. What if your laptop stops working? What if your car breaks down? Stuff like that. Try to think about how much a minor emergency like that could cost you, and then start saving. Even if it's just a few dollars a week or even a few dollars a month, it adds up, right? If you're just breaking even each month and don't find yourself with any money to save, you could try to cut some of your discretionary expenses just to make sure you can get some savings. Now, you need to think carefully about credit cards. Credit's tricky, but it's important, right? Young adults who have never had a credit card of their own may quickly get in over their heads. However, it's important to have one so that you can build credit, which you're going to need later in life. When you, I don't know, get that car, need that credit, right? You want to buy that house? Yep. Credit's going to help you there too. So, what exactly is a credit score then? Well, credit scores seem all important, but a lot of people don't even know exactly what they are. So, we need to talk about them because credit scores matter a lot. A good credit score can help you qualify for lower rates on credit cards, car loans, home mortgages. Some employers even take them into account. And if you're renting, most landlords are going to ask to see it. Having a bad credit score can negatively impact all of those things and cost you in the long run. Right? If you have an average credit score, maybe you get a car loan that's 6% interest. If you have a poor credit score, maybe you get a car loan that's 9% interest. But if you had excellent credit, maybe you get like 2.5%, 3%. I mean, that can end up saving you a lot of money. Now, one of the last things you need to do, savings. Not just save, but make saving a habit, right? We were just talking about that with the budget, how you need to start saving a little money, like maybe a couple of dollars a week, a couple of dollars a month, right? We just talked about that. And I promise, it might seem hard to put money aside right now, right? But if you get in the habit of doing it early, it'll just become second nature. And while you might start out saving for the occasional emergency expense, you should be working towards having about 6 months worth of expenses. This can be a safety net in case you get sick, lose your job, or just something happens where you're not making money. Right? Don't forget to save for long-term goals, vacation, a new car, retirement. Right? That emergency fund should be your immediate savings goals. Keep that in mind. So, there's a couple different things you can do as a young adult to set yourself up, to have a great financial life, right? These are just a couple, right? Learn about credit cards, your credit score, make saving a habit, and then build yourself a budget, right? These are all great things you can do, just like subscribing to the channel. It's free. Liking the video. It's free. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. But until I see you guys in the next one, y'all be safe.